導き出した理由。
それはこういうことや。
何の真似だ。
お前のことは調べがついとるんや。土佐勤王党筆頭坂本龍馬ちゃん。いや、調べも何も入隊試験で一目見た時から全部知っとった。はじめちゃんは覆面の男って今日まで来たんやろ。
なんであんたがそれを。
わしがその覆面の男やからや。どうや、あの日のこと思い出したかいな。
まさかお前が。
吉田東洋、あいつを切った感触今でも覚えとるで。
起きた。
今度はもう邪魔は入らんで。どっちかが死ぬまで存分にやれるっちゅうこっちゃ。さあ、1年前からどんくらい強くなったか見せてくれや、はじめちゃん。いや、龍馬ちゃんや。
Oh, jeez. Got a bit of head start on me. So we can thrust. Because I don't have that many items left. Distraction. Oh, I did some damage there. Oh, he blocked it. Oh, got shocked by it. Oh, wow. Jump attack. I did a lot of damage. again with that. Didn't do a lot of damage though. Oh, jeez. Jump attack. Pretty quick. Oh, wow. Is that like a bleeding effect right there? I think it is. Oh, man, that does a lot of damage. Get the bleeding effect. That's definitely like a bleeding effect right there. Oh, there you go. Got him.
強なったの、はじめちゃん。とどめさせや。はじめちゃんの復讐の旅もこれでしまいや。なんで引っ込めるんや。
あんたじゃない。おやっさんを殺したのはあんたじゃない。
わしが覆面の男とちゃうん言うんか。
ああ、奴の剣が純粋な天然理心流だとすれば、あんたのはそこに我流の小立ち術を取り入れたものだ。そうじゃねえか。あんたの剣は覆面の男のものとは違った。だが起きた。なんで自分が覆面の男だなんて嘘。
そりゃ本物のお前と戦うためや。どうやった、久しぶりに坂本龍馬として振った剣の味は。ほんまの名前隠して生きるいうことは、それまでの自分をなかったことにするいうことや。坂本龍馬としての人生を自分から進んで否定せなあかん。せやからはじめちゃんはわしと似た者同士なんや。
似た者同士。
なんでもあらへん。せやけどええもんやったやろ、坂本龍馬として戦っちゅうのは。
ああ、そうだったかもしれねえな。
感謝しや。
だがあんたが覆面の男じゃねえなら、なんで俺の正体を知っていたんだ。
はじめちゃんが近藤さんに会うた時、わしもあそこにおったんや。近藤さんに会おう思ってな。
それで全部盗み聞きしてたってわけか。いい趣味だな。
心配せんでええ。はじめちゃんの正体は誰にも言わん。近藤さんもその腹積もりや。どないした。
いや、あんたも近藤もそれに長倉も覆面の男じゃなかった。なら一体誰が。残るは土方、井上、東堂。そのうちの誰かってことか。 お涼、なんでこんなところに。
これはじめさんにって長岡さんから。
手紙？なんだと。
はじめちゃん？
バカだ。
はじめさん？
兄弟が死んだだと。
天然理心流宗家であり、最も吉田東洋暗殺に近いはずの男、近藤勇は覆面の男ではなかった。残り4人にまで絞られた覆面の男の容疑者、そしてその中の一人である新選組最強の男沖田総司とついに真剣を交えることになる。死闘の果てに沖田が覆面の男ではないことを知る龍馬。そこへ一通の知らせが届く。武智半平太が土佐で処刑されたという知らせが。
坂本。
中岡。じゃあ武智は？
ああ、土佐の大の山内陽道公の裁きで切腹に処されたらしい。岡田伊蔵を使った京での幕府要人たちの暗殺、その首謀者としてだ。あの伊蔵が土佐に連行された後、洗いざらい吐いちまったらしい。自分が京で起こした暗殺は全て武智半平太の指示によるものだとな。どこ行く気だ？土佐に帰るなんて言うつもりじゃねえだろうな。お前は脱藩の身だ。今土佐に行ったところで武智と同じように処刑されるだけだ。
そんなことは分かっている。だが
とにかく落ち着くんだ。武智のこの一件、俺は1年前東洋様の暗殺を仕組んだ黒幕がまた動き出したんじゃねえかと思ってる。
え？
長いこと江戸にいた割に陽道公の動きが早すぎる。伊蔵の逮捕から拷問まで武智を狙い撃ちだ。どうやら陽道公のそばにそれをそそのかしてる人間がいると見える。
それがおやっさんを殺した黒幕だと？
吉田東洋の一派を排除しようとする勢力なら間違いねえだろうな。そしてその読みが当たってるとしたら次の標的はお前だ。案外そいつはお前が土佐に戻ってくるのを待ち構えているかもしれねえな。逆に言うとその黒幕にとって一番厄介なことはお前がこのまま今日で覆面の男を探り当てることなんじゃねえか。
あんたが言いたいのはそういうことか。結局今俺ができることは今日にしかないと。
その前にまず頭を冷やすことだがな。坂本、土佐には俺が行く。代わりに俺が武智の死の裏に何があったのか調べてくる。
あんたが？
俺だってな、こんなとこで引いてられねえんだよ。東洋様の死、武智の死、その裏に何があるのか、それを突き止めないことには俺の人生も止まったままだ。このままじゃ先に進めねえんだよ。
あんたも俺も土佐に生まれ土佐に裏切られ 翻弄された男ってわけか。
ああ。とにかくお前は今日にいろ。竹地が死んだばかりで生きり立つのはわかる。だが今は動く時じゃない。今日は新選組にも顔を出さずにおとなしくしてろ。
わかった。土佐で何かをつかめたらすぐに知らせてくれ。
はじめさん、入るえ。ちょっと飲みすぎちゃう？大事な人やったんやね、その竹地さんって人。せやけどなあ、いくらなんでも飲みすぎやって。
俺に構うな。
あんまり無理せんといて。
くそ。
Okay. Right now, I just want to get. Excuse me, I just want to drink. I thought it said I just want to get drunk. That's most. Right now, I just want to drink. I'll try Fuku Fuku. It's somewhere in Ichibangai, if I remember right. Right over here, right around the corner. Fuku Fuku Pub.
いらっしゃいませ。
旦那はん、よう飲まれますなあ。せやけど、いい飲みっぷりとは言えまへん。そないな飲み方したらお酒が泣きますえ。今宵はもう少し静かな場所で飲みたいんやないんですか？うちお店知ってますけど。倉町にある松の井という小さなお店どす。うちそこでお待ちしてます。
待て。お前何者だ？
お店に来てくれはったら教えてあげます。ほな。
That woman. It's like she saw right through me. Well, if I can get drunk there, I'm in Matsunoi in Kuramachi, I think. Okay, so she was supposed to be one of those. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And would they have those in this era? I mean, I know this game is. I mean, the series is known for having the whole pay a girlfriend to go on a date with, but. Jeez, I think I might need to resupply as well. Kind samurai, thanks for helping out. It's alright. Any more deliveries to make? Let's see, this delivery is going to, Yashikimachi. Please take it to Ofuka-san. Got it. Thank you, and good luck. Are you Ofuka-san? I have a package for you. Ah, great. And this is for you. 5,000. Great, that's it then. Back to the courier. Let's see, where am I? Kind samurai, thanks for helping out. It's alright. Any more deliveries to make? Let's see, this delivery is going to, says by the riverside in Mukurogai. Please take it to Dansaburo-san. Got it. Thank you, and good luck. I want to go check on the farm. Can I or no? Another rematch right there. Let's put it back on for that. Check my crops. Oh, Katsu. Saito-san, hello there. I have a letter addressed to you. Ah, thanks. I thought you were a courier. Who are you? My apologies. I'm Hirakawa, chief of the Black Panther couriers. Their chief? Yes, I believe you're acquainted with my team, having already dispatched Hoshi and Makino. I didn't dispatch anyone. They issued a challenge and I accepted, that's all. I see. Forgive me, I'm simply surprised that my couriers could lose to an amateur. Until now, we were known as the fastest in Kyo. You brought no small amount of shame to our reputation. Not that that's my concern, but weren't you trying to ruin your competitors' reputations? Seems like you reap what you sow. Ho ho, you're a saucy one, Saito-san. I suppose you have a point. So, why are you here? This doesn't feel like a neighborly visit. Yes, well, allow me to be blunt. I would like you to join my team. You want me on the Panthers? Just so, as I said, our reputation has been damaged. Rumor abounds of Kyo's new speedy delivery man, swifter even than the Black Panther couriers. There are two ways of undoing this: outrace you or make you one of us. Either way, we remain the fastest in Kyo. Right. If you recruit the upstart amateur, it's just one more win for the Panthers. Ho ho, precisely. So, we provide a most generous salary. You would find it quite lavish, judging by the state of your abode. Sorry, but no. I never wanted to be a courier. I can't see your way of doing business has changed my mind. The Panthers are fast, but there's more to deliveries than that. Senders and recipients want their letters handled with care. Speed's not a bad quality, but heart matters just as much. I think as long as you treat deliveries like a race, that will escape you. I see. Well, the Black Panther couriers appreciate your valuable feedback. Nonetheless, you leave me with no choice but to crush you underfoot for the sake of my business. Delivery for you. You received a letter? What is this? You'll understand once you read it. Farewell, Saito-san. Better take a look. This is Inamoto, the Black Panther Courier's Playmaker. If your feet are rested and prepared, let's have our match. I'll await you at the bridge near the gambling den in Rakugai. Once and for all, we'll see who's fastest in Kyo. So a formal invitation, the bridge in the Rakugai, huh? Might as well see this through. Jeez, I was just trying to check on my crops.
大作だ。
Okay, I went up. Do orders at night. Got some orders for some spinach and cucumber. Trevor inside Tesla. Get some fertilizer. Fertilizer. I don't have any space. Why would I want this crap here? Ah, right. Cultivation. How do I use that? Greens for anything else? Probably not. I could probably just use the vegetables for other NPCs that want them, like the kid and the woman. Great. Who are you? Don't tell me what to pass through here. Well, too bad. As you can see, the gate's locked up pretty tight. Don't know how anyone could get past here. Or maybe I do. If you really need to get by, there could be a way to make that happen. You get what I'm saying here? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Although it's not my back so much as my throat. I'm feeling parched. Could use a drink. How about it? Got some booze? Well, you know the score. Come back if you change your mind and have the stuff. Great. So I gotta get this guy some alcohol. And my inventory's full. This guy. Ah, excuse me, good sire. You talking to me? Indeed. I have a question for you. May I see your sword, perchance? My sword? Why? Ah, please. I really must see it. What's with this guy? Some kind of sword thief? Nah, I doubt it. Maybe some famous swordsmith. Could he have spotted something wrong with it? Fine. Look all you please. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, come on. just as I suspected. This is a fine sword indeed. The polish is downright gleaming. It's so well cared for. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so, is something wrong with it? What? Wrong? No, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong. You can be honest with me. I won't get offended. These things can be the difference between life and death. I'm not sure what to tell you. I don't have any sort of expertise in swordcraft. What? You're not an expert? Then why did you want to see my sword? Oh, I'm just a fan. I see. Bye then. Just leaves quickly. Ah, please wait. Now what do you want? If you would be so kind, could you please show me more swords? You just want to look at swords? Yes, I collect katanas as a hobby, and yours is exemplary. It's got a certain luster to it. I've never seen one so enchanting. Swords are living things. The greatest are drawn to certain types of individuals, and I can tell you're one of those rare fellows. So, if you don't mind, I'll ask you to bring me an ebony sword. Not to keep, of course. I merely want to see one. Well, I appreciate the compliment, but still. And I'll reward you as well, of course. Should you bring me each of the swords I wish to see, you can take one of my treasured blades for yourself. Wow. Just look at some other swords? Fine then. Not a bad deal at all. I'll show you your ebony sword if I'll show you your ebony sword if I ever get my hands on one. I think I have one. Truly? I'm so excited. I can't help myself. Okay, I think I do have one. Is this what you're looking for? I can't believe it. A real ebony sword right in front of me. Please, allow me to take a closer look. Just a close up of this guy. Good sire, you truly do attract the most Good sire, Good sire, you truly do attract the most incredible blades. You've opened my eyes to the true wonders of bladesmithing. I have? Sorry to be so hasty, but I have another request. Please bring me the sword called Yaksha Blade next. I'm counting on you, sire. Do I even have that one? Yaksha. See, I have a bunch of swords in my inventory. Shiyuki, nameless sword. Some of these I feel like I could just sell. So, still haven't found your purse? Indeed, I had my personal identification on a piece of paper inside it, so it's rather odd that it was never returned to me. Yeah, not everyone in the world is so charitable. There's a chance someone might have just kept it for themselves if they found it. Really? Who would do such a disgraceful thing? Yeah, it's way more likely that it's gone for good than it is to turn up at your doorstep one day. I see. I suppose I do still have some things to learn about our fair city. I pray my dear Tanegashima-chan will return one day at least. Tane who? My darling cat. He's simply up and disappeared. I don't know how many days it's been. Sounds like you lost quite a bit recently. I can't deny it. I've always been cursed to such a life. Perhaps I should pay more care in the future. Who knows? Oh, but I did think to bring you a little something this time as a thank you. Here. All-purpose medicine, and I don't have any space for it. Great. Ah, I'm just reminded. My husband will be receiving his pay soon. I'll finally be able to shop for our vegetables myself again. Oh yeah? That's good to hear. Yes, but I must admit, it's also a bit of a shame. The produce you've brought me, the produce you've brought me has been so excellent. Well, hearing that makes it all worthwhile. Oh, well, I do hope you won't mind my depending on you for just a bit longer. Now if you'll excuse me. Okay, yeah, I could have given them one of these. Here, bottoms up. Aha, score. Glad you're so amenable to our system here. As for my end of the deal, come right this way. We've got a secret tunnel going. And there you are, safe and sound. Thanks again. Let's see. By the river's what he said. Not sure. Oh, jeez. What happened to you? You're injured. The injured dog. Looks like a stray. Those are some nasty wounds, though. Someone has to help him. I should offer something to give energy. Hold still. I'll try to patch you up. Alright, that should be a little better. How are you feeling? It's a start, but you'll need more before long. I'll come back again and check on you, okay? That's just a sad sight right there. Huh. What in the world? Brawler for hire. Sumi Bosu. Okay. I'm looking for the guy I need to make a delivery to, though. Right by the river is what I heard. Is that a cannon? Here? Guess I could ask that man about it. Great. That's not who I'm looking to talk to. Don Saburo, I have a package for you. Okay. Thank you kindly. This is for you. 7,000 mona. Guess that's it then. And he's gone. Okay. Got a worm. Guess something for fishing. See a sad guy right here. Come back, stay there and rest for now. Jeez, not enough time has passed. Do I check what that guy was? Guy that brawler for hire? Oh, a customer. Welcome.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a customer. What is this? A brawler for hire? Oh yeah. Anybody wants someone beaten up? I'll do it for him at a great price. It's pretty great. It's like being an assassin, basically. My name is Sumi Bosu, by the way. Sounds like a dangerous job. And illegal. Do you think you should be more discreet? That sign there might get you caught. Easy solution to that. I'll just beat up the men who try to arrest me. Definitely the logic of a brawler. By the way, those names tattooed on you, who are they? Oh, they're the guys I've beaten up. I engrave the names of all men I defeat into my flesh. Pretty simple and, pretty deep and symbolic, eh? I want as many names on me as possible. It's not what I call deep and It's not what I call deep and symbolic. Look, I have an appointment today with a regular, but if you want to hire me, let me know. No, that's okay. Why am I forced to stoop to this? Corrupt official. Oh, Brawler, there you are. I don't like that I had to look for you. You're here. So who do you want me to beat up? Someone brought shame to me. Oh yes, he was just around the same height as this man, had sharp eyes, and looked real menacing. Is this the guy me and Yai took down? Wait, Brawler. This is him. This is the man. Huh. You remember me, don't you? Probably doesn't. Who are you? What? I'm the official from the Aja Naika fiasco. How dare you pretend you forgot me? Trying to remember? Nope, now he remembers. I'm sorry. I just don't remember. Never mind. Damn it. Enough. Alright, Brawler. Do your job and pound this guy. What? What a coincidence. I didn't think you'd be the next target. Maybe it's fate. I see. So your regular is this official. I'm sorry. It's just my job, you know. What's your name? Saito. Saito, huh? Well, then that's what I'll carve into my flesh after I finish beating to a pulp. He's making me think of Sanosuke from Rurouni Kenshin. Even though he's got the name of another anime character, Umi Bosu from City Hunter. Except it's Sumi Bosu. He's not as tough as he looks. Could've just gone with my bare hands. That was too much. Ugh. Impossible. This is awful. Damn it, you lost. So I don't have to pay you. Excuse me. You're good. I've never met someone as good as I've never met someone as good a fighter as you. You're a good fighter yourself. I wouldn't say that. You're just under level. You were just unlucky. No. Luck had nothing to do with it. I've been sitting on my laurels, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to start fighting stronger guys, and I'll be challenging you again. And I'll be challenging you again. And I'll be challenging you again once I've got twice as many tattoos on my body. Just you wait. Alright. Be seeing ya. I guess I gotta wait for this guy to come back. He's a weird one, but quite skilled. He might even be a real threat next time I see him. Nope. Probably wasn't the right level for me. Okay. It's about time. I was beginning to think you were too scared to come. Sending a letter to my home. Is that how couriers do things? I had to be very clear about where we'll compete. I had to be very clear about where we'll compete. This is an area I know quite well. If you're only willing to race on your home turf, maybe you're the one who's scared. Tell yourself that. The fact is, I'm the Playmaker. I'll do anything that improves my chances of victory. I studied every move you made against these two. I know all your tricks. And after calculating our race down to the finest detail, I determined you have no chance of beating me. This is going to sound even more hilarious when you lose. That's a statistical impossibility. My strategies always work. Come on, I'll prove it to you. Jeez, do I have the stamina to beat this guy? Let's see. Yep, he knows the lay of the land. Oh, jeez. I could have gone to this one. I think that's the first one. Gotta preserve. Great. Yeah, I probably should have upgraded the stamina. I probably messed this one up. Oh jeez, he's already got 6? Okay, got my 5th right there. Yeah, I really had to not follow this guy. Yep, he's already 3 ahead of me. Never mind, 1. Jeez. Nope. I got another ones here. Great. Damn. Looks like I lost this one. Oh, great. Yep, that was a fail. Now it's close to the last one, I think. Yep, and they got what they wanted. What happened? You underperformed by an You underperformed by an abnormal amount. No, that can't be right. My data says you should have lost by much less. We must do this again. I mean, I was close to beating him. Yeah, over. Jeez. Could try one more time. And again. Just go for the closest one then. Great. Save that stamina. Great. So we got like, what, 3 more? Okay, nope, I got it. Letter for you. Oh, why thank you. Alright, that's everything I had to deliver. Okay, 3rd time's the charm then. 3rd time's the charm. This can't be. My calculations. No way. Even beating Amoto-san. This Saito guy is unreal. Explain yourself this instant. The owner or the leader. Chief, I must have made a mistake. I'm sorry. Not only must I watch you lose in disgrace, I'm to hear your pitiful excuses as well. You're fired. Get out of my sight. But we've worked together for so long. I've been with the Panther since the beginning. Go drown that sentimental rubbish in the camo. Hoshi Makino, you're both fired as well. You're all disgraces. Just like that? You impress me, Saito-san. How I wish you had accepted my offer to join us. The next race will be your last. I vow we will leave you in utter shambles. The Black Panther couriers are the fastest in Kyo. Are you alright? I think so. Our company has no room for the slow. I knew that, but I still never believed she'd really fire me. Why is Hirakawa so obsessed with being the fastest in Kyo? She wasn't always like this, really. Everything changed after her husband's death. Her husband? That's right. Hirakawa-san was the one who originally founded the Black Panther Couriers, our boss. He was a legend in our industry. His feat earned him the title fastest in Kyo. The Panthers inherited that reputation from him. Once we formed a team, we had good customer service too. Back then, it wasn't long before we were the top couriers in the city. And the chief, she always looked so happy. I wanted those days to last forever. They couldn't though. Not after the boss was killed. He was killed. Yeah. There was a rookie on the team. He got sent out on delivery to this famous bloodthirsty samurai. But he was slow. When he arrived late, the samurai was furious. He attacked the kid with his sword, and the boss jumped in to defend him. So, Hirakawa thinks that if the delivery hadn't been late, her husband would still be alive. Ever since then, things have been different. She fired everyone who was too slow on their feet. All she cared about was preserving the image. What am I doing here? All she cared about was preserving the image that the boss had, the fastest in Kyo. Of course, once she started ignoring every. What I'm trying to say here, jeez. Of course, once we started ignoring every other aspect of customer service, our reputation fell. So the chief came up with the idea of challenging other couriers and shaming them out. So the chief came up with the idea of challenging other couriers and shaming them out of the market. That's why you started. That's why you all started racing other competitors, or your competitors. Understand, the Black Panther couriers are the ones. Understand, the Black Panther couriers are the one memento she has of the boss. She'll do anything to protect his legacy. Saito-san, I have to ask you for a favor. What is it? Please, help our chief. I know that deep down she's suffering. Being the fastest in Kyo is no longer a source of pride. It's become a nightmare haunting her. So I need you, once and for all, to crush the Black Panther couriers. This is really what you want? This area is where I used to beg. The chief found me starving here one day, and she saved me. I'd never met anyone so kind. I thought I was repaying her, keeping the Panthers fast. Losing to you made me realize I was wrong. I want the old chief back. What about you two? Inamoto's right. I want her back too. Please, Saito-san. For all of us. I understand. If you can beat Takeda, the Panthers will collapse. There's no one faster than him. To this day, he's the only one whose feet could To this day, he's the only one. He's the only one whose feet who could reach. I'm adding another word to this. He's the only one whose feet. I keep adding who. He's the only one whose feet could reach the same speed as the boss's. Maybe if the chief sees him lose as well, she might finally wake up from this nightmare. Takeda-san will be near the Uji River in Fushimi. We're counting on you, Saito-san. Okay, I'm about to end this arc right here. I feel like I might need to upgrade the stamina. I only got lucky because of just because of the fact that I had to go with the whole and go for like a different route. I guess just go for the route that probably had the most deliveries. So what's next? Oh, kind samurai, we're all done for today. I took care of the rest myself. No kidding. Good work. It's all thanks to you. You've made so many deliveries for us. Word of mouth has improved, and we're getting all the more jobs. I'm glad to hear that. How's your father doing, by the way? He's better, but it'll be some time before he gets back to work. I see. So, I'm sorry to ask, but do you think you could help? But do you think you could keep helping me out, just until Dad's on his feet again? Well, we've come this far. I'll help when I can. Thank you, kind samurai. No problem. Take care. I'll come by again later. There'll be more work waiting for you then. Walks by the other courier right there. I don't even know what company he works for. Oh, since I'm nearby. Ah, Takeda-san. You really know how to get everything right where it's going. Amazing deliveries today, Takeda-san. I can't wait to have you fill up my postbox. Jeez, suggestive. Big package fans, girls. You two are pretty cute. Why don't we all go somewhere for a bit of shipping and handling?